Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we've got a Rockets video for y'all. I haven't commented on post-free agency. I really just haven't talked about free agency. I talked about Summer League, but I have my final comments on free agency before training camp officially starts, before preseason officially starts, and all that stuff, because I'm not that happy. If you guys enjoy this video, you want more NBA content, you want more Rockets content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let's aim for 100 likes on today's video. That would be awesome. Now, right when the Rockets signed, I don't even want to talk about David Nwaba. David Nwaba, A+ signing. A+ re-signing. No one even... It's so obvious why Dave Nwaba should have remained a Houston Rocket. He just had a very solid offensive year, and he is probably one of our most, if not the most versatile defenders we have on the roster. So locking him up was a A+ move, in my opinion. Now, Daniel Theis, when the Rockets first signed Daniel Theis, and before I go into this video, guys, we're going to have different opinions, right? That's the whole purpose of this channel, is I'm giving my opinions, you guys are giving your opinions, and that's what we do. We talk basketball. That's what I'm here for. So I just want to emphasize really quickly that this is just my opinion, and I would still love to hear, even if you're going at my throat, please go ahead, drop a comment, give me your opinion. That's why I make these videos. That's why I want to hear from y'all. So when they first did it, I made a whole video. You guys can go back and watch it. I forget what it's called, but like, it was something kind of making fun of Daniel Theis, like, what are the Rockets thinking, blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing, and this is what I would say about Kelly Olynyk as well. I'm going to go ahead and give the Daniel Theis signing a C. I don't think it's as bad to go to a D or an F, but it is, in my opinion, definitely not at an A, or it's definitely not at a B. If James Harden and Russell Westbrook were still on this roster, a player like Daniel Theis is exactly what they need. It's exactly what they could have used. And for, 8 years, they didn't make a signing like this. This wasn't what they did. So now you have this really young rebuilding team. You drafted 4 19-year-olds in the first round. So you're rebuilding, right? The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. What does the Daniel Theis signing do? I really just can't comprehend what the signing does. Now, it's not that bad of a contract. It's about $36 million. It's not horrible. But when a rebuilder pays up for a veteran, if their best days don't align with yours, why are you spending the money? Yeah, is Kelly Olynyk on the Detroit Pistons, is he going to help them in a couple of aspects? Yes. Is Daniel Theis going to help the Rockets in a couple of different aspects? Yes, of course. But 4 years? I don't think that was worth it. The $35.6 million, when you bulk it together, it should and could have gone to somebody else. AKA, we are rebuilding. The Rockets aren't going to, if they somehow make the playoffs, they aren't going to make any moves. Like, they're not going to upset anybody, most likely. And even if they did, this is so good for, like, the young development. If they make the playoffs, it's so good for the young development. I understand every team needs veterans, but Daniel Theis can be 33 when his contract's up with Houston. I really just don't. Technically, it's 3 years with a team option. If there wasn't a team option, I would have given this like a D or an F. Because I don't want to go too much at Daniel Theis. He's not a bad basketball player by any means. I just have a lot of issue trying to figure out where he's going to play on this roster. Like, the way I see the Houston Rockets starting lineup next year, although I don't want this to be the starting lineup, this is what it's probably going to be. John Wall, KPJ, Jalen Green, Jae'Sean Tate, Christian Wood. So Daniel Theis probably only going to get 20, 25 minutes max a night. $9 million, like I said, it's not the end of the world. That's not bad. However, next year, we're going to wish we had an extra $9 million. I guarantee you, every offseason, for the next 3 offseasons, we are going to be like, I wish we didn't have $9 million to pay Daniel Theis every season, because there's either this draft prospect I would rather build around, or there is this superstar up-and-coming free agent that I would rather pay money to. Now, with the Houston Rockets, what they are going with the Daniel Theis signing is you need, like I said, we are clearly rebuilding. And so on the Houston Rockets side, like I said, it's not that illogical, is Daniel Theis is going to play, but Alperen Sengun and Usman Garuba, they're going to play, but they're not going to play that much. They still need to develop. So Sengun might even start at the G League. A lot of you guys are going to be shocked. If Sengun, I put up a Twitter poll the other day, it was like 96% of you guys said Sengun is going to start on the Rockets bench, and that's where he belongs. And I don't think that's what's going to happen. Like, I would say I feel more, I honestly just like fully believe that Sengun's going to start the season in the G League. Like, that's just what I think. So let's say he doesn't, though, because this video isn't about Sengun. You got Sengun Garuba off the bench. Well, then why do we need another Theis? If Jae'Sean Tate's going to start, why is Theis is going to eat up minutes for one of the developing players? Now, here is the value I see in Daniel Theis. Now that you guys have commented your hate, the physical punishment that used to get kind of pushed towards Christian Wood, it's now going to be more so on Daniel Theis. And that's why I would love the Daniel Theis at the 5 position, Christian Wood at the 4 position. At 3, you've got Jae'Sean Tate. At 2, KPJ, because I don't want him to regress. A lot of you guys don't understand. If you put KPJ on the bench, he will regress. And number 1, John Wall, Jalen Green, give him 25 to 30 a night off the bench. What's the issue with that? What is the issue with that? I would love to hear one person give me an issue about that lineup. Jalen Green's still getting 25-30 a night, and this way you can put Daniel Theis at the 5 position so Christian Wood isn't taking an absolute beating every single night. Christian Wood has injury concerns, guys. This is a big year for Christian Wood. If Christian Wood gets injured like he was last year, that's it for Christian on the Rockets. They're not going to pay him max contract money to be getting hurt several times a season. And if he's playing that 5 position and he's getting just beat up every other night, you're at more risk. So that is a good sign. That's a good side I see to the Daniel Theis side, is you can be able to take that physical punishment. Now, it's not my issue with Theis isn't necessarily this season, it's the future. It's the issue that we might have him for an extra 3 seasons after this. The age 33, it's not a big issue for me, but it is an issue when you think about rebuilding. If we are rebuilding, why are we going for 29-year-old players? Every team needs veterans. Well, he's going to be 33 when it's over. We already have John Wall, we have Eric Gordon, we have DJ Augustin, we have Daniel House. Are those not veterans? I'm confused now. So that's just my issue with the Daniel Theis signing, is I guarantee you there will be a time next offseason where I'm like, why don't we have an extra $36 million to spend? Why did we give it to Daniel Theis? We could have given it to blank, blank, or blank. Or we could have picked up superstar blank. The good news is Daniel Theis' contract, it's super tradable, $9 million a year. If he puts up just similar to statistics to what he did for the Bulls, what he's done in his career, it'll be a tradable contract. So this is really just me overreacting to a free agent signing. But hey, it's how I feel. So I want to be real with you guys. I'm still giving it a C. Like I said, I gave you guys the pros, why it's not a D or why not an F, and I gave you my cons as to why I don't think it's an A and why I don't think it's a B. I think it's just an average, like, just kind of not even that random, but it's just kind of just something that kind of happened, and I don't know. I don't really know. So we'll see what happens with Daniel Theis when the season starts in a couple of months. But I think other than that, that's really it for today. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. Oh, real quick, Daniel Theis, he's a solid defender. He's a solid pick and roll defense guy. He can switch on defense and he can space it out on offense. So James Harden really would have appreciated this man. But for now, I'm just hoping I'm completely wrong, and that's actually a big reason as to why I make these types of videos, just so I can hopefully be wrong and kind of test the superstitions. But that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know your thoughts on Daniel Theis down below in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you guys actually kind of like the pick, so I'm sure this is more of a hot take video. But peace.